So if we're gonna ask for a live rating of our podcast, gonna see how that goes.
A grade.
Hopefully, it's just as good as Jasmine's rating.
Yeah.
Which I thought was solid.
Hopefully,
and very, very. It was constructive criticism, you know.
that Arthur sucks. It's pretty good. I mean,
It's known.
it's pretty much the
I mean, if you ask Arthur's family who's their favorite no-namer, they say everybody but Arthur.
Hey, I like the dog we hear in the background more than I like Arthur.
Lou's getting more recognition.
Lou gets more likes than Arthur.
That doesn't surprise me.
So yeah, I mean, hopefully, we're coming back to one of our teachers to give us a letter grade.
Because I think Javi said that he's listened to every single episode, right?
He just told us he's every single episode.
Yeah, I listened to it in the car on my way in. I've heard every single one, and I have a lot of things that I want to talk about with you guys.
That's good. That's good. I like this.
I haven't even listened to all of them, but my favorites respect the wars.
Okay.
I give that one an A
I just like sometimes
because of me.
No, I think we should just move on and let's get the grade, or like let's just see with his ups, his thumbs ups and his thumbs down. So
okay,
take it away, Javi.
So you guys, just to start out, and I didn't do this before the show. I wanted to ask you guys what the ground rules were about, just hanging out and talking with you guys like this. Last time, I think we just jumped into it. Is there anything that I should know going forward? Like, is there I shouldn't name specific people or?
No, we don't care.
So the first rule is we have no rules.
Be kind to the people, like the guests on our pod. Like, we don't want to discourage
You called
them.
one a hooker last one, so I don't know what you're talking about.
For
I
reals.
said be kind.
No, you know why? You know why I asked? Because
guys are rude.
we all came up together. I know I've known you guys for a long time, and we know the same people. And these people probably listen to the show. And like last time, for example, and I'm sure he doesn't mind.
Somebody
hurts. Like Diego, for example.
Oh yeah.
You know, he and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, or I don't want to get stabbed.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, is there anything like that I should respect, or that I should follow?
We have no rules.
I have no rules. Necessary.
Usually, if we name check people, we're like,
are they fake names? Are they
no? Either they're our friends or we don't care about them. So fuck them. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And you know that might be my first observation. You know, I was coming in with like observations and criticisms. Is that's good that you guys don't filter or so and so or such and such. It's like you guys use the real name. You know there's nothing wrong with that. You're keeping it real.
That was my idea. So
no, I just didn't want to edit. A lot of times, these guys are like, you gotta edit that.
At beginning, we were name checking, but
yeah,
I always said, why give a fuck?
Yeah.
As long as you're not, remember, I used to be your government teacher. As long as you're not lying about people and spreading false rumors, because then you could get sued, right? Then you're
for
libel.
Libel and slander. That's right. I don't teach government anymore, but
the only reason I was always wanted to be careful.
Why are you
about
screaming, bro?
The only reason I wanted to be careful because
strikes again.
Some people may get turned off to the fact if they feel like we're slamming other people, or I feel like I can make fun of you guys.
All my money is in monetary form, like paper form, so they can't take that from me.
No, you know what it is that audience, that listener, that person who you're talking about, that's a very small part of this universe or this audience of people that listen to the show. Maybe they don't even listen to the show. So
they should know that only God can judge them.
So and it's entertainment, right?
Yeah.
And in the end, that's what you guys are doing. You guys are just fucking around.
Right. I mean, what the thing about when we do name drop people and that we know, like a whole lot of listeners don't have a clue who that is. So a lot of them were like, well, who the fuck are they talking about? So they don't really care about the name, more about the story and what it is that they did or did not do.
Has anyone ever come back to you and said, hey, stop talking about me?
No, I don't think we've
gotten that. There you go.
We haven't gotten that yet, but it's like we haven't really said anything that bad about anybody.
No, but like telling stories, for example, about high school about...
I've got one person ask me, was that story about me?
Oh, yeah,
I have gotten that.
a lot of people like when you keep stuff vague, everybody like tries to
Makes the
think that
assumption
it's them.
Yeah.
You know, if they're probably guilty of something.
That's good though, because that's how you pique interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they listen the next time.
I feel like one time we started talking about like the episode's called like More Pussy, More Problems, or what is it? Oh no, meow.
Meow money,
Meow
money, meow problems, and
meow bitches, meow problems.
right.
that one.
And that one is like
pussy.
I think that's close enough, but I think that one is one of our most listened ones, and I felt like
same thing, right?
it was because people tuned in to see if they got talked about, just because. That's what I felt like. Like somebody had to like, oh, are they going to talk to me about?
I think you're reading too much into it.
Or maybe that's what
I think if you just add bitches in the title, people are like, what are they going to talk about? Yeah.
There's that.
Yeah. Well, hey, that leads me to my second little thing.
We need more bitches.
Yeah, definitely.
That this show, that this pool of people, it doesn't have to be just for the people that we know, right?
Yeah.
You have to think, well, this show that we're doing is maybe it's going to, like you said, you were telling me before the show, you have you have listeners from South Africa and
that's the Quaalude
other
Connect.
places. Shout out to that guy.
Yellow cake.
And so they don't know who that is.
No.
So maybe think bigger, right? You don't have to limit your stories and all this to the people that you know directly, who you grew up with. Or
that's Nestor's fault.
Well, no, that's how you get your
criticism in.
stuff. But in other words, you're not just speaking to them. You're speaking to this whole broader audience, right? And I think maybe that's how you grow the show.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
A lot of it is like inside jokes, whereas like the people who do know what's up, like they like, oh, I heard you said this, you know what I mean? Like I heard you say that, and they know what we're talking about, but then the rest of the audience, the people in South Africa, the people in the UK, Ireland, or wherever they're listening
The
from,
struggle is real.
They don't know what we're talking about.
Right.
But I like that people are using yurt now, so I like that. Yeah, we're gonna start making yurt shirts. Yurt is just our call. It's the motto.
Oh.
Brian came up with it, so we got to give shout outs to Brian.
Shout out to Lazy B.
But yeah, I like that. Like I've been messaged like yard from like random strangers. They just fuck with the show.
It's the movement.
So that's pretty cool. But you're right. We gotta widen this stuff out. I think a lot of stuff is just we haven't really done shit. I don't feel like I've lived enough. I feel like my stories are. I'm running out of stories or I just haven't lived enough. That's why I just like we need to just get into some strange or just do some like just weird shit. just to come back and like be able to tell it and like and also like being so open. It kind of like I'm like it sucks for relationships or like or friendships or anything because they know whatever happens around them or if they say something it just might end up in the podcast too. So they're kind of like closed off or they don't want to like.
They don't want to put themselves out there.
Yeah, they don't want to
put ourselves out so much.
Yeah,
it's tough for people around us.
Like people don't want to talk to you?
No, like people
are afraid to say something to you because they think it's going to end up on the show.
I don't have that problem.
Well, we're not like gossiping. It's more of like shit that.
I don't know. I don't have that problem.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
that's all I don't get. That's why I'm asking a question. Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know.
What do you mean?
About the like people don't want to.
By people, I mean me. I just like I don't like you know what I mean. Like, if you keep putting stuff out there, like, and nothing stays a secret.
Oh, are you saying like?
Actually, I'm cool with
when
that.
you deal with people or what?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
That's just saying that he's afraid that people are gonna just find out he's full of shit.
I see.
There's that too.
There is that. That's a big problem in the community.
Hey, I have a question. Do you guys, when you talk, when you do the show, do you have like a personality?
No.
Like when Nestor's talking about, whatever, is it Nestor or is it a version of Nestor that this is the personality?
Is it a version of Nestor?
It's a version.
Right.
Yeah.
Or Arthur or Juan or whatever.
It's the version of
we're going really deep,
I'm just myself.
Meta.
This is like be what is it? Inside the actor's studio.
yeah.
What about you, Arthur? What do you? Are you playing a
You guys
role?
are getting a behind the scenes.
Yeah, I feel like when we end up talking, it's just takes us back to our high school days because I don't talk the way
fucking loser.
No, but it does in the sense that the way we used to talk in high school is somewhat the way we talk on the podcast.
But you haven't grown up yet, B.
Because it sounds real. It sounds like
Yeah,
you guys are not on. You guys are just you.
I think
a lot of people say they feel like, you know, when you have a beer with your friend and you just sit down and bullshit, that's what this feels like. A lot of people that's what the reviews have gotten. It's like it just feels like you're hanging out at your friend's house and they're just bullshitting in the sofa.
Yeah.
So that's what you guys are going for.
I'm just myself.
That's
to be honest.
The show.
If you hang out with me with this microphone in front of me or without, that's what I am like.
Just saying ignorant shit.
I'm just, I love
fucking hypeness.
I love entertaining people and I love making people laugh. And that's what I do.
But I think that's with all of us. We all have that.
Well, some are better at it than others.
Fuck you. But we all like to entertain. Whatever is funnier, we'll go with it. The only person who does kind of have somewhat of a personality is Adrian.
Who has a personality or does not?
I think Adrian's personality doesn't come through because he doesn't talk enough. Adrian, if you're listening,
he's got
say something, man. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, he's got quips.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
He says
Sorry,
stuff.
Adrian.
Yeah.
You just gotta listen.
Yeah.
There's episodes where it's over and he feels like, damn, I should have said more. And like he says it and he knows he should have said more, but he just like,
I think he says just enough though.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Adrian, jump in.
I think he says
Sometimes
just
they're like,
enough.
This is your
though.
pep talk.
in a room full of sharks that don't shut the fuck up, like myself, it's kind of hard to jump in. You know what I mean?
Although it would be nice to have more talent like Adrian opposed to you two. Just saying. Help me out, Adrian. We can't carry it on myself.
All right, so some more observations you guys want to hear?
Yeah, go for it.
Wait, did we all finish? Did we all say? Did you say you were just you?
Yeah, I think I'm just.
No, he said he's his high school version of
Nah,
himself.
Well,
come
the
on.
high school. Yeah,
That's what he said. What do you want me to do?
I think whenever we're around each other, that East LA slang comes back.
That's you.
You know, because I don't talk like that. I'm not just like dog or ese or what's up. Not
Dog.
Not all the time.
Basically.
Nah, you
fool?
basically you do, dog.
That's how you talk
But
everywhere.
because I'm around you.
No, dude.
So you guys are saying you bring that out of each other?
No.
No. He does it. He talks like
it's
that
him.
on the reg.
That's how he regularly talks. Look at when I first started hanging out with him, I had another group of friends. And I didn't notice that I was saying dog and foot at the end of my sentences till they reminded me. Well, they didn't. They said, "You're starting to sound a lot like Nestor."
Wow.
And I was like, "What do you mean by that?" And he's like, "You don't hear that you say dog and foot at the end of all your sentences?" And I was like, "Oh shit, I am, huh?" And yeah, it's this guy's fault.
Yeah,
He's
I said he still a swag with it.
he's brought me down vocabulary wise. Now my
Maybe
vernacular
I just
sucks.
don't notice I do it. I honestly I feel like
Well, because
I
it's you.
notice it
You're
when
East
it's-
LA.
when I'm around you guys is when it all comes out, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Like you're
I
just with
think-
your friends, so you
I
let
think-
all that.
You're reminded when we're around because you hear other people say it as much as you do. Because you say it a lot, but when you're saying it, you forget.
You know what it makes me wonder is back to the show and the audience and everything is your key demo. Like who listens to this? Is that who you want to attract to your show, or is that, you know what I'm trying to say? Is who listens to your show? Yeah, is it a bunch of cholas?
This is for all the homies slanging
No, I'm
corn
serious.
out there.
I'm
dog.
really curious, and maybe you guys know more because you've heard feedback or
I think our demographic, it's not as well, it'd probably be mostly Hispanic and black.
yeah.
it's not like a bunch of old white ladies.
No, I think it's Hispanic and black because it's the people that tend to listen are the people that we know.
Or they know and they've told about.
Yeah.
And the international stuff, they just, I don't know how they caught us, but then they just kept on
It's
listening.
dope that they keep listening.
I wonder what the fuck they're thinking.
They're
when
probably
it's like, why do
Googling
they
my
talk
name.
like that? Or, I don't know.
Well, that's what I ask myself. Is
Yeah.
in my grown-up voice, you know, I think, what are these young guys saying? What kind of things? What's that word mean?
Yeah. We have
civilized.
I guess we skew young.
Huh?
We skew young.
I think it's around 20. This is the range, 20 to older 20s.
Yeah.
Would be the age range.
I think I forget
If I'm
that
guessing.
I'm not young anymore. Like
You're old as
yeah.
shit, dog.
I'm about to turn 24, and I walk into a high school, and I'm like,
I'm still a young 23.
shit,
fam.
I'm not anywhere near the age.
We're
of
not
these
anywhere
people
close
anymore.
to it, dude.
No, and like
Well,
I
this guy's
still
like a
like
year
at,
older than us.
Oh,
at
that's
heart,
true.
I still feel like I'm young. Like I could just still like just chop it up with the youngins.
Like,
You know
let's
what I
not
mean?
forget, the ones that are around the same age is us three. Like you,
Yeah, Adrian.
you, Adrian and me.
Yeah.
And then this guy's the old one.
But not the wise one.
No, I'm the wise one.
But
I am.
I mean, in the show, to go back, I feel like it's like a played up version of myself. I'm not, like either I'll play up the sad shit a lot, or I'll play up like.
But that's you in life.
That's you in life. Though.
But I just
Let's
think
be real, dog.
It's funny to me, like
I know that, and that's why you do it, because again, you like to entertain, like people laugh, and
yeah.
you're a lot sad right now, so that's how you do it.
Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you guys. You guys aren't really virgins, are you?
We're super sad
Sadly, yeah.
No, come on.
people. We can't ruin the character, dog.
For real.
All right, okay. I'll accept that.
We can't ruin the character.
I'll keep it. We'll
sure,
keep it.
we're not ruining the character for sure. There's like getting a handy count because
I don't know.
How come much?
Do
What
Do
counts?
people want to listen to that? Do people want to? Oh yeah, I want to listen to these guys who have never been with a woman. You might want to rethink that.
It's funny.
I don't know if it's funny. I don't think it's funny. I think it's more sad than funny.
It's sad funny.
It's sad funny.
Next week we're all
paying.
But
for
that's
one.
only
You know what? For the listeners who really don't know what these guys look like, these are some good-looking guys.
Lies.
Some good guys who I've known for a long time. There's no reason why you guys wouldn't be able to find some true love